Alright, we're live and we are good to go. Let me just get the game up. Yep, we're good to go. And this is a big game. Huge game. We've got the Nets and the Wizards. Game number 9 of the season. We currently sit at 2-6. Not a good start. And obviously between the last stream and now a lot has happened. And what I'm referring to is the Kyrie Irving situation. He is now suspended for 5 games, and that is a minimum. That is not a maximum. That is a minimum. So until he returns, we're going to have to be a little bit improvising. And if we go to the starting lineups, you will see on the floor Kevin Durant, Royce O'Neal, Nick Claxton, and then, hold on, Edmund Sumner is the starting point guard and Joe Harris too. So, interesting call, but I do think Edmund Sumner has been the best backup guard for the Nets this season. So, look, I'm interested to see what he gives us with some starting lineup minutes. And as for who comes off the bench in the point guard position, well, a lot of Nets fans have called for Cam Thomas to get the gig. And I would agree. I want to see what he can give. But in terms of defensive capability, I don't think he's going to give much. In terms of offensive firepower, I do think he has a fair bit to bring. So we'll see how we go. But this is a must-win, I do think. Because, you know, I would say the games we've lost this season, bar one, have been against playoff opposition. And obviously, if you want to win the chip, you've got to be able to beat playoff opposition. And whilst we are in no shape to win a chip, you know, it's important that we get those wins to stabilise. But if there's any time we're going to stabilise, it's going to be now. If we look at who we've got coming up, that's the streams. Let's just wait until the actual thingo comes up. So the upcoming games, the Hornets, the Mavs, the Knicks, the Clippers, the Lakers, and the Kings. I see 4 opportunities out of 6, I reckon. Heck, all of those games are winnable. But I do think the Mavs are probably the strongest team, at least this season. Early season form would suggest. So, apart from the Mavs game, which is away from home, I would expect us to be in with the shot every single one of those games. So it's going to be a really intriguing game today because the Wizards have, you know, put in some good work against some teams. They are 4-4. They have Porzingis and Kuzma leading the pack. Well, and I say all that without Bradley Beal, who has also been pretty solid this season. So if we look at their stats, well, Beal's the top scorer with 21, Porzingis with 21, and then Kuzma with 17.5. So, you know, they've got a very strong balance of scoring. And then on the assists front, Bradley Beal's leading that as well. So, I don't think he's really been renowned for his passing game, but he's been pretty good. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting. Very, very. I do believe the starting lineup for Washington is probably going to be Bradley Beal, Porzingis, Kuzma, and then you've probably got Monte Morris and Anthony Gill at small forward. That's a really interesting pick. Avdia must be out. And who else? Hachimura also. Hachimura is definitely playing. I don't know why he's not playing starter minutes over Anthony Gill or whoever the hell that guy is, because I don't really know who he is. Bit of a bum, but you can already bank on it that he's going to have a good game against the Nets. So, I don't know. But let's see if this Nets team can shake off all this drama that's been circulating around the team. Because there's just been way too much of it. And I did post a video yesterday just talking about the Steve Nash and Udoka drama. And in the very beginning, I did say I'm just exhausted of it all. I'm just absolutely exhausted with having to listen to drama and news and everything of the sort every single day of the week. About Kyrie, about KD, Steve Nash getting fired, Ben Simmons getting injured again. I'm over it. I just want to watch this team play basketball and be good at it, because we've got personnel that are able to do that. And we obviously didn't do a watch along for the Chicago game, but that game I watched and you know, we weren't bad. Like, for the best part of 3 quarters. We actually had the lead. We had command of the game at times. We could never get the, as is a common trend, we could never get the separation we needed to win. But, last quarter came around, and for 7.5 minutes, we were playing iso ball again. And just so frustrating to watch. You get outscored by Zach LaVine alone in 1 quarter. And you're just like, well, how does this happen? Absolutely, how does this happen? I think it was 22-19. And I'm not talking about Chicago to the Nets in the last quarter. I'm talking about Zach LaVine to the Nets in the last quarter. So, offense hit a wall. Defense was good for 3 quarters, and then it just stunk in the last. Mind you, LaVine was hitting a couple deep threes, but it always seems to happen that way. And I don't know why teams seem to catch fire every time they play us. So, look. Remains to be seen, if we're going to perform, but man, I just want to see a victory. I just want to see a full team performance, a complete performance. Our 2 wins this season have come against the Pacers and the Raps. Look, the Pacers win was more complete, but I do think the Raptors win was a more character-filled performance. Because we had to do it tough in that game to get the victory. And we got some good defensive stops, and it's just at the moment, the team morale, I don't think it's bad necessarily. I just think all this external noise by the media just blows everything so far out of proportion. It's terrible to witness. Terrible to witness. So, we've got a few minutes before tip-off, and I am just hoping that out of the gates, we are switched on. And mind you, I don't have the biggest of expectations, given we've got no Kyrie, no Ben Simmons, no Seth Curry, so no point guard rotation. But if there's a game that Cam Thomas is just going to come out and basically ball out, it's got to be today. And he's been having a little bit of a sook on social media, supposedly. It's been a bit cryptic, his messages, but he wants to be freed and he wants to be able to play. So he's not getting the starting gig. Obviously, you've got to ease yourself in to the season, but we need to see minutes from him today. I don't care what he offers on the defensive side. Offensively, he offers, and we have been lacking bench scoring, bench production. Alright, so KD is going to be a lone man walking. Still no head coach as well. Jacques Vaughan is taking the reins, and you already know that Steve Nash's mediocrity transcends through him as well, I do believe. He can be an assistant, but he's bloody useless as a head coach. He was once, and now he's not, understandably, because he sucks, but, is what it is. So we need the role players to step up. They did in the first 3 quarters. Royce O'Neal had a career best shooting game, and we still lost. So I don't really know where you're going to get the wins from if, your 3-and-D wing is getting 20. His career best, and we still can't win. Anyway, we're about to tip off here, and game commences. Oh my goodness, how has that gone in? And that was the quickest bucket I've ever seen in my life. So quick that I didn't even see what happened. Wizards get into a set now. And Royce is going to take the Bradley Beal assignment. Kuzma guarded by KD, walking a tightrope. Beal gets past Royce, and the layup is off. Good rebound, Joe. And now Royce O'Neal will bring it up. Kristaps guarding. Don't challenge him. He somehow scored over the top of KP. So Kuzma, Morris, Porzingis top of the key. Quick trigger is good. And that's going to have to be a point of focus. No threes given up, please. So Sumner to Durant. And now Royce O'Neal swings it across to Joe Harris, who misses the 3. And a rebound by Washington. Monte Morris. Beal, he's got KP in the post. Gets O'Neal there. That's a good pass across court to Morris, guarded by KD. Kuzma from way downtown, he knocks it down. I'm telling ya, every single time the Nets get played against, always teams manage to knock down bullshit deep threes. KD's already getting doubled, which means every other player in the team needs to knock down their shots. Sumner, off the dribble, missed the shot, and he's going to pick up the foul, or draw the foul, and it'll be 2 shots for Edmund Sumner. Early going. Wizards have scored 2 threes, and the Nets have scored 2 twos. And it will be the first free throws for Sumner, who has had a genuine knack for getting to the free throw line basically all the time this season. Whenever he's on the court, he makes stuff happen, going downhill and trying to, score over a defender. He's not afraid to do that. He's not intimidated by the size difference. So Morris. And now Beal to KP. And Porzingis is fouled. So Porzingis got 2 shots back in the day at the Knicks, or when he was at the Knicks. Porzingis absolutely torched us. So 2 free throws coming up for KP. And the first free throw is no good, a little bit to the right. And the second free throw coming up now. To give them the lead back. He's off. It's going to be a lane violation on the Wizards, so Nets ball. So Sumner handling the ball to Claxton. Durant's life made difficult. He swings it to Joe Harris. Extra pass. And one more to the corner. Royce got it. Let's go. We're going to have to find the open man because they have seemed like they've established from the get-go. As Kuzma knocks down another three. Already 3 threes. And I don't think they've missed. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of open shots for everyone else on the team. So we've got to feed it, find the open man whenever KD's got the ball. Kuzma again, this time is a little bit trigger happy. How did he get the rebound, dude? Oh, for fuck's sake, already, man. Same problem. Sumner thought he was fouled, and he's not going to get the whistle in transition. The Wizards. Morris creates space in the paint, and another 2-pointer for Washington. KD to Royce. Cross-court pass to Sumner. Shoots the 3 and missed it. He has been god-awful from out there this season. I don't think he's made 1 3. Porzingis. Handoff to Kuzma. Porzingis. Somehow found Beal. Good turnaround. Reverse. Got it. That is unbelievably easy. From the position he was in. Joe Harris should have just been able to read that. Because that ball had no pace on it, that pass. And even still, Joe wasn't able to intercept. You've just got to have a little bit more awareness about where the ball is. Last season, he let down all his teammates. Steve Nash heading to Miami as an assistant. I honestly could not care about Steve Nash at all. What's done is done. I'm not talking about Steve. With regards to Kyrie, I'm just exhausted. I don't even want to talk about it, to be honest. There's so many other things that I could, save my energy for. And truth be told, I'm not wasting it on Kyrie right now. I'm worrying about the on-field product we've got in front of me right now. Everything else I'm irrespective of. So, man, it's a tough life being a Nets supporter at the moment. And look, I cannot believe it's taken 9 games for all this to transpire. I thought we were going to get off on the right note this season. Just in terms of general vibe. But it turns out the complete opposite has happened, so story of a Nets fan's life, really. It's just expected at this point. So, the more you know. Anyway, it's a 15-9 lead, and I don't even want to look at the box score at the moment because it's just a little bit of a pain early on. We're giving away the stuff that you actually don't want to give away. The stuff that, has been a constant issue for us this season in defending the 3-point line and defending in general have both been shit in the first 4 minutes. We've conceded 15 points already. KD has not scored. That's a plus, but that's the only plus. Yeah. And the Wizards have got to... Well, it's very obvious what they're trying to do. Just cram KD and not make it easy for him to do anything. That's why it's going to start on the defensive end. Because you've got to get the stops, and then you can break out in transition, and I think that's where KD is going to get a lot of his buckets today, but we've got to force the turnovers to start. Anyway, KD's got it here. And he drives on Kuzma and just muscles his way to the basket. And I forgot to start the timer. What a noob move. So, 15-11. We need stops. Kuzma's got it in the post. Beal Easy. Oh, what? There's going to be a foul somewhere involved, but... Man. I thought we had a stop there, but... Kuzma's getting free throws. And they make the first free throw. That was a little bit dodgy. But they've made free throw number 1. The second free throw now is good. So perfect from the line. And it is a 6-point game. With Claxton handling the ball, he gives it a KD. Top of the key, guarded by Gill, gets to his spot, is smothered. Claxton. What's happening? They're going to count the bucket. Looks like there was an offensive interference. And the ball was not going in. But KP must have touched it while it was on the rim. I have no idea. Anyway, Morris has got it now. I think we got the benefit of the doubt there. Beal. Kuzma, KD, what are you doing? Very, very lucky that that wide open look was missed by Kuzma. Sumner. Royce. Beautiful extra feed to Claxton. And he's asking, where is the foul? Royce O'Neal making the right team play. That's a brilliant pass by Royce. Porzingis top of the key. He knocks it in. Clax has got to basically cover him. Of course KP is just going to catch fire. Every time, man. KD, one-on-one with Gill. He shoots the 3 and he's well short. I mean, that is just not the play. Beal. Got it by Royce. Into the paint. Kicks it out. Morris. Catch and shoot. He misses. And Claxton with the rebound. Royce. KD. Screen by Clax. Clax rolls. We got a foul. And it's going to be on... I don't know who. But that's irrelevant. Cam Thomas is into the game. And obviously, given we have no other point guards, you would have expected this to happen. But nonetheless, it's good to see because we've been lacking the offensive bench scoring punch. Royce has got a wide open 3 and he knocks it down. And as we've mentioned, as the Nets call it, or the Wizards call a timeout, every role player is going to need to knock down their shots tonight. Especially if the Wizards are willing to play like that against KD all game. I wish we could trade Kyrie and Ben in order to have a normal season. Kyrie, no one is going to take the man. And Ben Simmons, yeah, Ben is just a bit useless at the moment. I do think it takes time, but especially if you've got a championship caliber roster, then you can't really afford to be patient. And that's exactly what you need to be with Ben. So, yeah, it's a bit of a tough predicament we've got going. But if we look at the box score real quick, let me get rid of the injury news. Okay. Go to the interact thingo. There we go. Box score time, baby. You can see at the moment, Royce O'Neal is 10 and has barely missed. And that's what we're going to need. And these bench guys, it's a bit of a shorter rotation. They're going to need to contribute as well. The Wizards, you can see Porzingis and Kuzma have already hit 2 threes each. And they've got 4 threes overall. So defense has got to lift. offense isn't too bad at the moment. It's sort of flowing, which is a bit of a surprise, but it's got to lift. It has got to lift. If you are enjoying the stream so far, make sure to like the show and also subscribe if you're new. I do believe we're back here tomorrow, and if not, it'll be against the Knicks, so make sure to be here for that. If you've got no other place to watch it, right here, we'll be doing a live one. So a bit of work to do. In terms of defense, the offense is flowing at the moment, and it really helps when your role players are hitting their shots, and that hasn't happened frequently enough this season. My chair is really creaky. KD's only gotten the 2 points, and his game, well, obviously there's only one out of KD/Kyrie available, so it's much easier for defenses to cover. There's less offensive threat on the floor, so you can throw all your chips into one player. Oh, Beal into the paint, back out of Porzingis, back to Beal. Royce guarding KP in the post, that can't be good. The post move gets him off guard, and Porzingis took him off the dribble. Look, Royce has played pretty good defense on Beal. The problem is you cannot switch. Because once you switch and KP is on a shooting guard in the post, it's going to be very tough to block or defend. Royce gets in the paint, kicks it out of KD. He's got Beal on him. Step back 2. He's got it, and 1. On the baseline. And KD, still with so much help defense, he finds a way to get it over the top of the tower that is Porzingis, and it will be a free throw for KD. KD and Porzingis talking smack. And the free throw is good. So it looks like there's going to be a bit of fire on the other end of the floor as well, because they've been a little bit chippy. What is that? So there's going to be a foul on the floor. I believe Claxton with the push on the screen attempt. So Cam Thomas only sub in for the Nets. Avdia and Hachimura, the only 2 subs in for the Wizards. Actually, Morris is in. Joe Harris goes to the bench for Morris. That is Markeith. Beal, that is too easy. The ball somehow rimmed out, but no box out. Again. That's the only real 2 ways they've scored. Or 3 ways. Free throws. Oh, wow. Cam misses the jumper. Free throws, 3-pointers, and tip-ins. That's the only 3 ways they've scored. Beal to the corner. Will Barton. 1-on-1 with Morris. Step back 3. And that shot is awful. KD. Screen clacks. Avdia stays with him. Cam Thomas. Now KD. Shoots over Beal. And KD's jump shot has not gone well in this game, but somehow the Wizards had like 3 players contesting for 1 rebound with not a net in sight. And still somehow didn't secure the rebound. So KD's going to get it from the side out. Beautiful pass to Claxton as he cut to the basket, and it will be another 2 for the Nets. So a 1-point game for the Wizards, or in the favour of the Wizards early on. Beal, guarded by Clax, to the corner. Hachimura into the paint. Morris got out-muscled way too easily. I mean, with all this size, Claxton, O'Neal, Morris, KD, how are you not defending the paint better? KD, no contest, 2-pointer. So 26-25. Lead's been pretty close. Barton to the paint. Beautiful block by Claxton. And of course, Cam Thomas off his foot and out of bounds. Brilliant. So another second chance op. For fuck's sake. Every time. And watch us concede a score now. Porzingis. Handoff to Will Barton. He's got Avdia open on the wing. And that is a wide open 3, which he misses. And now Cam Thomas gets it ahead to KD. Euro, kick out. Morris for 3. Yes! And the Nets have the lead back. 2-point lead. Oh, Barton. Surely that... What is that? Yep, it's a travel. Will Barton just lost the ball and then regathered, so... Yep, that is a travel and a half. So a couple little stops here in the last few possessions, which is a welcome sign. And Cam Thomas will be the facilitator in this scenario. Screen by Clax. KD. Cam's got an open look. He takes it all the way in and scores off the glass. If they're going to invite that layup, then I don't think Cam is going to shy away from it, and he did not on that occasion. Hachimura, good block, Claxton on the help defense, and it will be net ball. Excellent work by Claxton. What a read. So 30-26 the score. Patty Mills is in the game. Claxton heads to the bench. And are we going to see Dayron minutes as well? It's going to be interesting to see. But Watanabe is in. KD is still in. So we're going a small ball lineup. KD from the elbow. He misses. Got to move the ball. Can't have the ISO. Looks good when it works. Doesn't look good when it doesn't work. Hachimura. He missed it. We went into a little bit of zone there, which is interesting to see. Cam. You've got Morris, who takes Gafford off the dribble and misses the high archer layup. And Morris is very slow to get up. It's a 5v4. And Hachimura just lost the ball. There is no way. It's good defense by Utah on the fellow Japanese native. And another 3 is missed by Avdia. So they haven't hit a 3 in a while, which is good. Coincided with the bench unit coming in. KD 1-on-1. Shoots over Avdia. He's fouled. And it's going to be 3 shots. I just don't like that play, though. Are we going to fall into the trap every single quarter of giving KD the rock and just saying the ball is not leaving your hands for the entirety of the final 2 minutes every quarter? Anyway, free throws for KD. The first one is good, and the lead is 5. Alright. So we're on a 9-0 run in the last 2 minutes, and I think that's more come down to the Wizards missing shots, but there have been a few good defensive efforts in there. Claxton blocks, Watanabe defense. And KD converts all 3 at the free throw line. So a nice 10-0 run to end the quarter, hopefully. And we've got an offensive foul. This time on Hachimura. So the lead could be in double digits. Yeah, that Cam just copped a little bit of an elbow to the head there. Bit careless. So 33-26 the score. And Patty Mills will hand it off to Cam Thomas and he will facilitate. He gives it a KD. He's got Watanabe in the corner. Yes! Mate, Watanabe has been scorching from 3, especially in the corners. I feel like that's where a high percentage of his threes have come from. He's been unbelievably good. Morris for 3. Great defense by Watanabe on the closeout, and Patty will give it a Cam. 2 for 1 needed. KD off the dribble. Oh my... Oh! KD has sent Gafford to the moon. Oh my life. Jesus Christ. That was a nasty ankle breaker. It's like someone had kicked out his knees from under him. Gafford scores off the glass in response. But that's not going to match what I just witnessed. KD, 3 seconds to shoot. Gets it a Cam. 3! Oh my god, he hesitated. And the time runs out. But a 10-point lead. That was the nastiest... Oh my life. Gafford did the fucking splits. Jesus Christ. Oh, that is absolutely nasty. The bench couldn't get enough of it. Oh my life. I have not seen the chat. Let me have a look. Do y'all know who is coaching? It's Jacques Vaughn. Voice crack included. No turnovers so far. That is an evaluation I didn't realise. KD wants out. They're putting the entire team on his back. He didn't come to Brooklyn for this crap. I agree, but it's so I can't say the word. Speculative. Yeah. It's so speculative when you just assume KD wants out. Sure as hell he's fed up of it. But until he says he wants out, he doesn't want out. That's... Because there's just so much speculation in the league. Every single opinion is based off speculation. An opinion. And, yeah. There's been so many recent comments about the NBA becoming the CNN. It's all about off-field dramas in comparison to actual NBA basketball action. You know? Like, that KD ankle breaker, for example. Appreciate that instead of bullshit off-court issues. I agree it should be getting some publicity, but it should not be a headline every single day of the week, and there shouldn't be updates every single day of the week with regards to a quote, this and that. I don't care. I really do not care. Anyway, the second quarter's about to kick off. Bulls Celtics just started. Yeah, that's going to be a ripper game as well. There are a few good games. The Knicks are playing the Sixers at the Garden, I think. The Heat are playing the Pacers. The Grizzlies are playing the Hornets today. Spurs have got... I don't know. There's a lot of games today, though. Morris has got the ball now. Hachimura guarded by Watanabe. He stays with him. And wow, Hachimura missed the layup. The little reverse. And Watanabe, the presence. He has to be one of my favourite players with this team this year. Joe Harris, good screen. Now Mills. It's a good look. Duke is in the game, so very interested to see where the offense comes from here. Kuzma off the glass. That's a nice shot. And now Duke. Corey Kispert's in the game. I think he's just come back from injury. Mills to Joe. And now Duke in the corner. Takes Morris off the dribble. And a very beautiful layup over the top of the taller Hachimura. Morris. Kuzma, extra feed. Gafford. Good defense. Watanabe. Better offense, Gafford. And it's 40-32. Do think it's going to be defense that gets the job done with this unit. Morris. That was a little bit ropes. Duke. In the corner. Tries to get it to the basket. He kicks it out to Morris and it's a miss. We're going to have to get stops to hold this lead while KD's out. Because it's not going to happen offensively, I don't think. Oh, come on. That's a joke. Going to get a foul. It's on Gafford. Or Morris. Gafford was fouled. So, side out with Kuzma handling the ball. Kispert gets it in. Great work by Mills to strip Kispert of the ball as he tried to shoot it. Bro, Patty Mills is on Kispert. Look how much size he's giving up. Such a mismatch. Can already sense a 10-point Kispert quarter. Purely on that basis. Oh, David Duke fouled Gafford before he went up and converted the alley-oop attempt, so it will be a side out. Man, we've got to do more. This lineup's a bit ropes, I cannot lie. Kispert. Well done, David Duke, who came across with the help defense. Now we've got the numbers. Duke off the glass. Oh! Saucy, David Duke. JR. And lead back up to 10. So he's given us a little bit of an injection of energy. Kuzma, fouled by Harris. And 2 shots coming up. They've got some really nice off-ball actions. And we always seem to be a little step behind. So, Kuzma, first free throw is off. Alright. Second free throw is good for Kuzma. And Patty Mills has got it now. Screen arrives. Watanabe looking for an option. Well cut out by the Wizards. Mills, Morris, fakes the pass, takes it into the paint, and missed the fucking layup. What is that? Cross-court pass to Morris. Man, Kuzma is going to score off this play. Watanabe stays with Morris. Patty Mills, great defense. We get it ahead 2-on-1. Duke, hey! Man, that is good defense by Patty. I thought he was done for all money. Stuck on Kuzma in the post, but he just snuck up out of nowhere. That is the advantage with being tiny. You basically can be very sneaky on the court. It's just like Alvarado. He is an absolute pest for the Pels, and half the time people don't even know he's there. But David Duke's been exceptional in driving to the basket and converting. So lovely to see. If you are enjoying the stream at the moment, make sure to drop a like, and if you're new, subscribe to the show. We're back here probably tomorrow. Cannot confirm, but will confirm on the community tab. Lead is looking good at the moment, and it is because, well, first and foremost, the Wizards started pretty hot from 3. They were 4 of 6, and now they are 4 of 11 from 3. And they've only made 6 of their last 16 shots after making 7 of their first 11. Bradley Beal hasn't really done anything. We are shooting very nicely from the field and from 3. And have a look here. David Duke with 6 off the bench. And I would argue he's probably the worst spacer on the bench. You can also see in the starting lineup, Royce O'Neal with 10. Clax with 6. Joe hasn't even scored yet. And we're looking pretty good. Pretty healthy at the moment. And it's because we're getting those stops on the defensive end. Whether that may be blocks, help defense, just high IQ plays, and getting steals, being able to run in transition. It's really that simple. It's lovely to see, lovely to watch. So, timeout very close to ending, and I'll use this opportunity to look at my fantasy score right now, and it's looking very shit at the moment. Actually, no, it's looking pretty good. Damn. Okay. So, David Duke's been excellent. Alright. So 44-33, 9 minutes to play, second quarter. David Duke has brought the energy in this game. Morris is guarded by him right now, and another turnover was nearly created. Courtesy of that hassling defense that Duke is currently playing. Kuzma, oh, that's a terrible... That is terrible defense out of the inbounds, Joe. That's poor. I mean, good utilization of the screens by Kuzma, but that's shithouse. Mills, Joe cannot respond. He's smothered. Mills, can he respond? Yes! 3-pointer for Paddy. Lead back up to 11. And I think Kuzma's the main issue at the moment. Joe, you got to stay with. And he does. It's going to be a foul on Joe. He's a bit mystified as to how that's a foul. That was pretty good defense by Joe. Good comeback, but still gave away the foul. And it will be 2 shots coming up for the Wizards. And Kuzma, who I believe is 3 of 4 from the line in this game. And the first free throw is good. So those 4 minutes out with KD, or without KD, we actually were able to stabilize. So KD, 12 points, 5 rebounds in a quarter. Played the full first. And looks like he's going to get an absolute wealth of minutes in this game. Especially whilst Kyrie is out. There's going to be a bit of a reliance on him to steady the ship and be the commander. The second free throw is good by Kuz. And Paddy will get it past half court. Utah finds KD, who comes to the ball carrier. And now Duke on the wing, guarded by Beal. Takes it into the paint. Spin move was stripped. Patty Mills nearly recovered it, but a stop by the Wizards. Morris out to Avdia. Morris. And now Kuzma shoots over Watanabe. And that's good defense. Great defense, Utah. Joe. KD. Into the paint. One-on-one. Got it over the top of Avdia. And it's back up to 11. So Porzingis getting ready to check in for Gafford. Beal guarded by Watanabe. And not really much ball movement, but somehow Joe, they had an uncontested 3 from one cross-court pass after being in an isolation for the whole possession. Oh, wow. Paddy got his shot blocked. And now Beal, oh, that barely moved the net, and it's going to be a timeout. And lead back down to 8. Paddy Mills, good drive. He had Gafford beat on the drive, but Gafford's extremely tall, and you're going to have to, get the shot up quick, or you're getting absolutely swatted. So, timeout right now. Please tell me Wizards are going to come back and win. Well, yeah, for your entertainment, you're probably hoping exactly that. But the timeout has arrived, and Jacques Vaughn pulled the trigger relatively early. You don't really want the league, or what am I saying? You don't want the lead to get, much less. You don't want the Wizards to, chip in and get that lead down, and then call a timeout, which is so common for a team that was coached by Steve Nash, and even Kenny Atkinson would let it run sometimes. But box score situation is looking like this at the moment. There is a balance. I mean, apart from Joe, I'm pretty sure every player on the court has scored, which is exactly what you need to do step 1. But step 2 is they need to continuously contribute. I'll tell you one Aussie that's going under the radar a bit. Landale has been playing well from his limited minutes, and so I've heard he's been pretty good for Phoenix. Ayton, I think, is back today, so he's probably going to get less opportunity now, but obviously you keep the selectors thinking. If you can, if you're playing well, it's going to, insert a little bit of doubt into the back of their mind that, you shouldn't revert to old habits where you weren't getting as many minutes, and then you prove yourself. So if you show you're capable, then there's absolutely zero reason why, you shouldn't be getting worthy minutes. Alrighty. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new. We should be back here tomorrow, so should be good vibes. As for the moment, though, it's been a pretty good half, I have to say. The defense hasn't been awful. There's been a couple breakdowns here and there, but that's natural. I can't be critical of absolutely everything, as much as it's difficult to keep yourself in check. So Royce O'Neal's back into the game, who was the top net scorer, for quite some time in the first quarter. Had an early 10 points. So Cam finds KD, who is now doubled, and Cam, off the dribble, shoots a wide open 2 and he scores. There's going to be plenty of opportunity to get buckets wide open uncontested when the Wizards commit 2 defenders to KD. Avdia off the dribble, good help defense, Claxton. Avdia scores anyway. So 51-43, halfway point just about to tick over. Cam to KD, back to Cam, and back to KD, and a double. Cam. I mean, you've got to use all parts of the court. KD is fouled by Beal as he tried to come over and help out. But I can't help but think, Cam, you've got to use all parts of the court. Really limits us when you're constantly giving it to KD in the post. KD has to give it back out to Cam. Cam has to give it to KD in the post and then back out to Cam. All within one little pocket of the court. You know? You've got to utilize all parts. That'll stretch the defense. That'll make it more difficult to defend and defend open shots. You know? Or open players. Oh my god, that is so ropes. How did Cam recover that? Extra feed, Claxton got it. Two-handed jam. I don't know how Cam was able to prevent that being a turnover. Because it looked for all money like it was going to be. Beal to Barton. Back to Beal. Porzingis took a shot. Beal off the dribble. That's way too easy, Royce. And first quarter he was excellent defending Beal, but now Beal's starting to let his box score statistics tick over. Claxton, he's got an option. Royce to Joe. Top of the key. Cam on the wing. KD in the post. Back to Cam. He's got a three-pointer. Wide open. Yes! And he's showing exactly why he deserves to get minutes. He said on his Instagram bio, hashtag free CT, and he's showing exactly why. Showing a little bit of evidence as to the fact that he's actually a good player. Kicks it out. The Wizards, that's a terrible three-point attempt. Looks so far off to the right. KD now, one-on-one with Beal. If he's feeling crazy, he'll shoot over the top of him. KD lost the ball. What a fucking surprise when you over-dribble. Cam. Oh, Avdia had an extra man, and instead he just passed it right into the lap of Markieff Morris. And now, or Marcus, Cam kick out of Joe. That would have been the ultimate stab to the heart. But Joe hasn't been able to hit a shot in this game. And if he could, that would just be completely ideal. Porzingis, pump fake. Oh my goodness. KD nearly committed a pretty unforgivable foul, given KP nearly scored the N1, or scored the shot and have the chance, and to have the chance at an N1. But we will be getting 2 free throws for KP. And his first free throw is good. So 56-46. Sumner has not seen action for a while. He collects Joe Harris to go to the bench, who, as I just said, is scoreless in this game. Porzingis has not missed from the field, and Porzingis makes the second. So he's been highly efficient in this game. So Cam Thomas, very good first half. Given he's barely played, I reckon he scored more points this game than he had minutes all season. Cam, Royce, KD, into the paint. Oh my life. Having a little bit of a tantrum as he tried to get up, or as he was getting up. KP, wraparound pass, and Beal lost it out of bounds. So it will be Nets ball. 56-47. And we've got 3:32 to play. And the Nets have been highly efficient with the basketball in terms of looking after it. Cam Thomas, pull up mid-range off the screen. Oh, Clax, what is that? I thought that was a foul. Good fight on the glass, though, by Clax. Beal is hampered by O'Neal. He's still... Oh, my life. How is that a foul? Beal's going to get a couple shots at the free throw line. Just trim down the lead a little bit further. So, 56-47, the scoreline. Beal's taking 2 free throws, and the first one is good. And the second free throw is also good. You can see he's got the free throw down pat, been in the league for a long time. They've made a living at the line in this second quarter. 8 free throws, and we have not had one. Sumner, Royce, does not shoot, drives, is fouled, and it will be 2 shots. What? Foul on the floor, not on the shot. That's bullshit. So side out for Royce. Oh my god, that was nearly a turnover out of absolutely nothing. Royce, Sumner, off the dribble, gets right past, extra feed. Man, the pass has got to be perfect there. Beal's got a wide open 3, and he knocks it down. He's on fire. That is too fucking easy. You go from conceding the ball in such a careless manner to scoring a 3 or conceding a 3 on the other end. And just like that, the lead could be down to 1 if we concede another 3. Morris, drive. He missed the layup. Oh, Porzingis is fucking mammoth. Jesus Christ. You had 3 Nets players under the basket and you couldn't box out 1. Takes a level of accountability to just box out. One of you sacrifice your own game to fucking just put a little bit of body on. I just realised I haven't had my clock run for quite some time, so hopefully in the time it takes for him to shoot 2 free throws, you know, we get back to alignment. There's 2:18 left in the half. The lead is down to now 3, and it can go down to 2 with another free throw make. Kuzma's in the game. Gill goes to the bench. So the second free throw is good. So lead down to 2 points. 56-54. And we just turned it over a few times. It's been easier for the Wizards to get off their shots. Beautiful ball movement around the perimeter. Sumner, beautiful turn, and he scores off the glass. His acceleration, it just is so satisfying to watch him glide across the floor when he, you know, drives into the paint. Covers so much ground with so few steps for his size. Morris, or Barton, I don't know who that was, but they've knocked down to 3. Lead down to 1. Ever since KD came back on the floor, we've actually lost the lead, which is really ironic. KD, is the help defense going to come? Yes, it is. And now we've got an open look. Sumner, you've got to hit that. And he does. That has to be his first 3-point make of the season. Quite honestly. So he's going to have to keep hitting those shots. That's good defense by Claxton, who forced the Bradley Beal miss. And in transition, you've got Royce wide open for 3. Yes! He got it! And the lead's back up to 7. 2 quick threes. And we are shooting 53% on 15 attempts. It's pretty good. Kuzma for 3. That is an air ball. The Wizards, amazingly enough, are actually shooting it worse from 3-point land. They have made the same amount. KD into the paint. He is hacked. And it will be 2 free throws coming up for Kevin Durant. And look, I thought the lead was going to be much, much closer. Well, the scoreline was going to be much, much closer at the end of this quarter, but a very late quarter run, you know, has actually given us a little bit of a cushion that could prove to be extremely handy in the back half of this game. So the free throw is good. Lead back up to 8. And I'm not sure if that's a perfect 2-for-1 execution. We'll see what the Wizards try to do, if they try to push the pace or they try to, slow things down in look of a better shot. Or trying to look for a better shot. So KD converts the free throw, and it looks like the Wizards are going to go for the latter, and they're just going to slow it right down and look for the shot that they want. They try to get Beal open. Porzingis back to Beal. They are forcing it a little bit. Claxton stays right with him. It's good defense. Help defense arrives. Good defense, Clax. Beal wanted the foul, and we're going to get a look at it to get it to double digits. KD one-on-one with Avdia. It's an ISO. They clear the area. KD! Yes! Woo! And the clock has not expired. Now it has. Porzingis tried a half-court heave, and it didn't go down. But we have beefed up the scoreline. 11-0 run to end the quarter. 69-57 on the back of threes from Royce O'Neal, Sumner, and Kevin Durant. I believe that was his first three of the half. But the Nets are looking pretty good at the moment. This is probably the best game we've seen. Beal tip for total points in the last quarter. I'll probably score like 15. Daniel Berry, hope you're doing well. You put $12,000 on the Nets. Oh my life. If you put $12,000 on the Nets, I don't know what to say to you. I do not know what to say to you. Amina, hope you're doing well, my friend. We're going to look at the box score. Have a cheeky look. Long time no see. Yeah, indeed, mate. Haven't seen you in the chat for a bit of time, but it's good to have you back. This is the situation right now, and the reason we're up, is a number of things. Defensively, there's been a few stretches where we have been on absolute fire. Although the big glaring thing for me at the moment, indeed it is a nice game so far, the scoring distribution. We've currently got 6 players who have scored 6 points or more. You've got Kevin Durant, Royce, Clax, and Sumner. So everyone in the starting lineup, bar Joe Harris, has got 6 points or more. And you've also got on the bench David Duke with 6 in 5 minutes. Cam Thomas with 7 on good efficiency. And overall, 9 3-pointers on over 50%. Let me just go down so you can see that. Overall, the shooting performance has been excellent. 18 assists. The ball is moving. That is a major point of emphasis. Kevin Durant's got 8 assists. And look, the fact that he also has 19 points to go with the 8 assists, I think demonstrates how much we're playing through Kevin Durant. Obviously, a very clear first in shot attempts with 13. But 8 assists. It means he's getting doubled basically every single time. And this is opening, the court up for open looks. And in past games, it's been much, much more difficult to get those looks because we just keep turning the ball over. But it's been a much more responsible, concerted effort to look after the ball. And if you look at... Let me just go down and I'll show you. Offensive rebounds. Look at the turnover number. 2 turnovers in a game that KD is getting blitzed very early into the shot clock. And that's what I find most baffling. 2 turnovers. The challenge is going to be that we keep that number down. But, exceptional. exceptional stuff that we've been able to keep it down to 2 turnovers, and that goes a long way in winning a game of basketball. Cam Thomas with a plus 19 in only 13 minutes of action. And he has proven everything needed in order to get more minutes, even when the point guard rotation returns. The offense is moving great. The ball's not getting stopped. I do think that the fact that KD is getting blitzed actually benefits us more than if KD had a little bit more room allowed to him. Because KD is forced to pass the ball. I feel like if he's just getting defended one-on-one, he feels more inclined to think that he can actually shoot over the top and he can beat anyone. But the fact that people are blitzing, then that means that he feels as if, well, I can't shoot over 2. I may lose the ball if they corner me, so I need to pass it off. And it's actually giving a lot of other players on the roster more touches, which I do think actually benefits us more. The only problem is, and this hasn't happened enough in recent years, is when KD is by himself, there's not enough players knocking down their shots. They get the open looks, but they can't hit the shots. Today, we're shooting it at over 55% and 56% from 3. So players are not only getting the looks that they want, but they are knocking down the shots. And that has been, as I said, a problem in past seasons, but today it has been a very different story. If we look at the Wizards box score, I mean, it's not that snazzy. Kuzma and Porzingis and Beal have really carried this team, and it's very clear that's a 3-pronged attack for them. And outside of those 3, there's not really much threat. Overall, they're shooting it at 45% from the field and 40% from 3, which is, from 3 it's pretty respectable, but from the field, it's not awesome. It's pretty average. And let's have a look at the turnover count. They've conceded 6 turnovers. So, 6 turnovers isn't awful. It's actually pretty good, but 6 turnovers to 2, it's giving us a little bit of an edge and giving us a few extra possessions in there, which is very, 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 very valuable. Down the line, when we look back on it, and if we win this game, we'll be like, well, we made it a few extra shots and that got us over the line. And it's all because we were able to look after the basketball in the early portion of the game. Let's hope that it continues on. That is going to be of utmost importance in being able to just replicate these efforts the rest of the way. I'll actually... Yeah. Look, we cannot... If KD gets blitzed, we cannot be afraid to, we cannot be afraid to, pass the ball. Because I feel like, in the back portion of the game, it could easily come down to the fact that we start turning the ball over, we start missing shots, purely because we do not look after the ball, and the ball is glued to KD, and we go into ISO mode again. The reason we're being so successful is because the ball has been moving. And that is why every single player on the roster, bar Joe Harris, has scored. And some players on the bench have scored pretty nice number. So, in this quarter, or in this second half, I do not want to see Cam Thomas, at the end of the game, I don't want to see him stuck on 7 points. I don't want to see Duke stuck on 6. I don't want to see Sumner stuck on 7, Clax on 8, or Royce on 13. I also don't want to see KD with 45 and none of the other players have picked up the slack. Purely because KD has gone into hero ball mode. I don't want to see that at all. So, look, it's going to be interesting to see how we cope, because it always seems like it falls apart round about this time, and I'm hopeful that it doesn't actually end up the way I think it'll end up. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support as well and subscribe if you're new. We'll be back here tomorrow. Around the grounds at the moment, Cleveland have held Detroit to 39 points. The Pacers are beating Miami by 12. The Knicks are beating the Sixers by 5. And the Bulls are beating the Celtics. The Grizzlies are also winning their game by a solid, I don't even know what, 10, very early on in the game. For the Cavs, we've got Jared Allen, 17 points and leading the team. I mean, they do not have Garland or Mitchell, so that is sort of understandable. And for the Pistons, Cunningham was 16. Wow. 16 to their 39. That is a bit embarrassing. For the Heat and the Pacers, who is leading for them? Hero's got 14. Bam has 9, and that's about it. Buddy Hield's got 22.5. Wow. And you've got Mathurin with 14 off the bench. That is an absolute noob move by me for playing Jalen Smith over Mathurin in fantasy. That is a dumb move. Oh, for God's sake. I'm missing out on so many points. Brilliant. Let's have a look at other games. Chicago and Boston. DeRozan's got 13. He's been a bit quiet recently, but he has been pretty good for them in the early going. And Tatum's got 10 for Boston. And then Memphis we have already touched upon. The Clippers are playing the Spurs. And Keldon Johnson is back for San Antonio. And later today we've still got a number of games. Toronto, Dallas, Golden State, who have lost their last 4 and have rested 4 of their starters. So that's a really weird move, but the Pels probably will win that game. The Bucks are still unbeaten, and they've got the Timberwolves, who are 4-4, and then the Suns and Portland, who have started the season exceptionally well. And then a game which is really weird, the Jazz taking on the Lakers. The Jazz have been really good this season, 6-3. The Lakers are starting to pick up a little bit of form. Russell Westbrook has really helped with that. Playing some good minutes off the bench, which is probably where he's best accustomed to play now, given his showing, or demonstrating some good performances off the bench. Feels like that's going to be the answer now. So, share your thoughts about the game thus far. This game, other games, yeah. The only thing I don't want to talk about is the Kyrie drama, the Nets drama. I'm purely here to watch games of basketball, and that's about it, and react upon those because, is what it is. Yeah. I'm just a bit exhausted with all this drama. I watch the games because I want to watch the games. I don't want to watch the games for everything else, all the supplementary stuff. But yeah. So, good vibes at the moment only. Nets, as you can see, that's the box score at the moment as well. If you have any questions about the game, any specific players you want me to talk a little bit about and see how they've been tracking, let me know. Yeah, so... Yeah, but for the moment, wow, the Clippers have started on absolute fire. They're 8 of 10 from the field. And the Spurs are struggling just a little bit. Keldon Johnson is letting them fly from three-point land. Actually, we'll do a little thing which I don't usually do. Okay, whoops, I've just set the scoreline up. Don't mind me. I'm just going to add this, and we're going to see if it works. Please work. That's it. Beauty. Okay. Can I at least... Hang on. Why can't I move the thing? Okay, I think I need to show it. Yeah, because I'm trying to see if I can... There we go. We can see all the responses of what's going on social media at the moment, which is a pretty nice little touch. Let me see if I can just... need to minimize it. Let's do this. Let's go down. There we go. That is the funniest screenshot, by the way. In case you didn't see the first half, flat out, Daniel Gafford got decked by a KD ankle breaker, and already someone's gotten onto it. That is just absolutely devastating. What are the Nets going to do about Kyrie? I did say I'm not talking about Kai. What are they going to do about him? The Kyrie thing isn't over. Of course it's not over. As long as he's on our team, there's going to be drama surrounding, but I'm not buying into it. Because I'm sick and tired of talking about that guy, because he's just so infuriating. He puts the drama upon himself. Free Kyrie, goat cooking, agreed. Hold the lead in the second half today. That is the main point of focus. It's the Wizards. Let's have a look at the reply. Man, Twitter is just legendary. Can we actually continue playing like this? Probably not. The big three went to the big one real quick, and yeah, honestly, I'm here for it if we're going to play like this. KD got to relax, man. He's on fire. Indeed he is, 100%. Ime Udoka needs to be hired. I do need to see a coaching hire in soon enough. Soon enough. This is the most enjoyable game of the year so far. 100% agreed. 100% agreed. No disputing. Oh, the game's already started, the second half. I'm a bit lackluster on this. And we've already scored, which is just awesome. I'm so freaking slow. What a slacker. Alright, let me get it to the up-to-date thingo. Gee, that's poor by me. And the Wizards get it in. KP, oh my god, nearly put Clax on a poster, but it hit back iron, and now we're going the other way. Royce O'Neal, transition 3, that's well off. Get the board. Good job, Ed. Oh, KD. Man, nearly lost the ball to a backcourt violation. KD, catch and shoot 3, yes! 17-point lead, just like that. And it's going well at the moment. Bradley Beal into the paint. He just lost the ball. Man, how is that not our ball? Should have been a turnover. So a beautiful 17-point lead has opened up here. And with KD being that tall, sometimes, even with a person there, it's like no one is there. No one's contesting the shot. Bradley Beal over the top of Royce. That's a good shot. That's the shot of a shot creator. Now KD. Screen by Clax. KD goes again. Ah. Good work, Clax. Oh my goodness. Wow. How do we still have this ball? Joe faked the pass. Nearly tripped over his own feet. Gives it to Sumner. And we will just slow things down a little bit. Have a little bit of calm. Sumner. One-on-one with Porzingis. Takes him off the dribble. Oh, the hezzy! Oh! showed the ball and then just, oh my word, had Porzingis going the complete other way. That was saucy. Beal misses the three. Good defense, Joe. We push the pace again. Royce. KD. Cross. Royce into the paint. KD wide open look. Oh my life. They have to call a timeout. And right now, the team is looking excellent. Oh my life. Let's just... Well, they're showing a replay of Sumner. Faked the shot one way, went the other. And the only defense the Wizards had was to say that that was a travel. The lead is 19 in the blink of an eye. And boy, oh boy, am I enjoying this. 78-59 the score. Life is good. It's very easy to forget when you're playing like this that you have Ben Simmons and Kyrie on your team. But lo and behold, I'm very happy to, completely forget about anything going on. So, life is good at the moment. Alright, so I did say that we need to keep up the intensity going into the third quarter. We need to keep on balancing out the scoring, And so far it looks like we've done that. Back to the box score. KD scored 24. But Sumner scored a couple. And Joe scored a couple. That's all you really ask for at the moment. So now every single player on the Nets is on the board scoring-wise. And we've got a number of players who, by the end of today, we are very much on track to see 5, 6 players in double digits scoring-wise. And I don't think we've seen that all year. So, yeah, it remains to be seen whether this can be sustainable, but hopefully for the sake of, my viewing experience, it is. Right now, it's looking pretty good. I'm enjoying this. Man. Man. Look, I don't know if this game has been better than Nets Pacers. I'd have to say this one's probably better. We've been able to look after the ball a lot more in this game. It's looked much more complete. And the only thing I ask for is we don't lapse at any point and go back to old habits. Because it'd be hella convenient if we could just keep this play going. Kuzma is fouled and it'll be 2 shots for him as he cut to the basket. Cut to the paint, and Joe Harris was the last line of defense. So, 2 coming up for Kuz. It's been a solid performance today. First free throw for Kuzma is good. Oh, wow, that free throw was very shallow, and Kuzma splits the pair. Sumner. KD now in the post. Double. Joe Harris for 3. Yes! 21-point lead. Woohoo! Beal, extra feed. Kuzma. Off. Good defense again. Bit of help defense. Sumner. Spin. Oh my god, he nearly somehow got it to go. 5-on-4. Porzingis quick trigger. He's off. Joe Harris rebound. And KD will slow things down. and fetch the ball or give the ball to Sumner. So KD now. Back to Sumner and back to KD. Joe's going to get another look. No, he's not. He gives it to Royce. Extra feed. Claxton! Oh, this is excellent stuff. 23 assists in this game already. And we're only early into the third quarter. Only a few minutes have elapsed. In comparison to the Wizards who have 12. Porzingis, heavily guarded by Royce. That's great defense. KD secures the rebound. One-on-one with Kuz. He just shoots over the top, and that is not it. Not it. I don't want to see that become a habit. So Morris on the wing, guarded by Sumner. Screen by Beal and then Porzingis. Switch applied. Kick out to Kuzma. Good defense. Kuzma tried to follow up his own miss. He did not. And now the other way. Kevin Durant 5-on-4. That's a terrible pass. Awful pass. And that is only our third turnover on the evening, which is just baffling to me. I don't even know if the clock's restarted. Yep, I was way too early on it. Wizards have only made one field goal in the quarter. We are shooting it at 60% on 10 attempts. Great defense, Sumner. Avdia missed the layup. And I'm going to give credit to my boy Sumner on that. KD, beautiful crossover. Over two defenders. It is absolutely impossible to defend. 25-point lead with just a tick under 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. This is ridiculous at the moment. Ridiculous. Let's have a look at the box score. KD with an all-round stat line. It is probably the most impactful performance of the season for him and for so many players on this team. Claxton scored in the quarter. Royce has scored in the quarter. Has he? I don't know. Sumner's scored in the quarter. Harris has scored in the quarter. You know, that's all you ask for. And this hasn't happened all season long. So all I want to see is more. And even still, I did say at halftime, the stress was going to be on not allowing the turnover number to creep up. And after 5 minutes of the third quarter, we've only had one turnover. And even then, it was in the process of trying to do something that, you know, if we got it right, would have benefited the team overall. Now, my voice had a bit of a spasm there. Anyway, it's just so good to watch. And it really begs the question, why did it take Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons being out for this to happen? Honestly, just thinking about it, a really good question to propose is, are the Nets or is any team better suited to have one star player and, you know, a gradual decline in ability, or two or three superior players and then just a bunch of role players? Which creates a better roster construction? Because quite honestly, I do think that you'd be better accustomed to having a team composed like the Bucks with Giannis and then Chris Middleton just like a tier below, and then you got Holiday, who's probably the same tier as Middleton, if not a little bit lower, and then you got Lopez a tier lower, and then you got another tier lower for their shooting guard, whoever it is, Grayson Allen, whoever. KD's already got 26. He's still on the court. It looks like we want to put this game to bed as early as possible so KD can go to bed on the bench. But Cam Thomas is in the game for Sumner. Nope, Sumner's still in the game. Joe's gone to the bench. Beal, uncontested floater is good. And 2 points for Beal. So, yeah, I'd rather have a lineup or a team constructed like that than what we've got, but whatever. KD from the elbow, misses over Kuzma, and it will be Beal bringing the ball up. Guarded by Royce. 1-on-1, gets into the paint, and scores, and Royce went down hard. So, couple buckets for the Wizards to just somewhat keep in touch. KD back to Cam. On the drive. Floater is good. The soft touch and lead back up to 23. Simple move by Cam, but, you know, great score. Beal for 3. It rattles around the rim and does not go through. Sumner. Quick pace. Cam, he had an open look, or a pass to an open man. KD! Oh! Took it all the way by himself and threw it down with authority. Let's go, dude. Let's freaking go. Beal getting guarded by Claxton off the ball, and the switch is applied. KP is currently guarded by Royce. Kispert. Porzingis. Oh, KD with the block on Porzingis. Royce to the corner. Sumner drives baseline. How the fuck is that not a foul? Gee, that is a terrible three-point attempt by whoever just shot that 3. Cam dribbled it off his foot. We're going to get a timeout. Little bit hectic in the last 30 seconds there, but 25 points is the lead right now. Wow. So, oh my goodness. To see the ball moving is excellent. Mind you, the Wizards aren't gifted with the best offense, but, you know, I have not seen this complete a performance all season long. We saw it for probably a half against the Pacers. Half, 2.5 quarters, maybe. But this game, it has been from the opening tip all the way through to where we are currently right now. And I'm not complaining one bit. Oh my god, that voice crack is ridiculous. Where do I... Seriously? Where do I go to get my voice fixed? Man. The amount of voice cracks is just embarrassing, isn't it? Especially given I'm commentating this game. How on earth can I just continuously have voice cracks every 20 seconds? So we've got 5 or just under 5 minutes to play in the third. And this game is well and truly... No, it's not done. I'm not going to say that. If I say that, I will jinx it. It's a 25-point lead. Can we get the ball in from the side out, please? Thank you. So, Patty Mills. Hand off to Watanabe. Bit of off-ball play. And now Royce O'Neal's got it. He's going to feed KD in the post very predictably. KD nearly lost the ball. Cam drives into the paint, rolls it back out, and misses the baseline jumper. So Porzingis will go in a small ball lineup. Watanabe and Durant, the two tallest on the floor. Beal to Hachimura and back to Beal. Cam Thomas, decent defense, but Beal is just able to get to the basket way too easily. So 23-point game. Screen. Not utilised by Cam. Watanabe has got it now and he feeds Kevin Durant. 1-on-1. No help defense by the Wizards and it's a miss by Kevin Durant. That is exactly why I would rather the Wizards blitz. Because it forces the ball out of KD's hands. Hachimura for 3. He's off. When KD gets that temptation that he can score over anyone 1-on-1, he won't give the ball up, which is not good for the ball movement. Here he is again. There we go. He fed it. And it's a travel. See, it's forced Utah to drive into the paint. It's giving other players responsibility to score. And I feel like that's how you play your best basketball. Any team. The reason your team or your players are getting meaningful minutes is because they can play. Utilize their ability. Beal, good defense. Watanabe. Beal misses. That is great defense. The length, obviously, was a factor in there. So Thomas, a screen by Watanabe means Kispert's on him. O'Neal, back to Thomas. He will try drive it, you'd think. Nope. Step back 3 is short. So that's poor. Got to move the ball. The first half, that ball's popping. Porzingis. Great defense. Utah again. Force Porzingis to just lose the ball on the shot. And it's going to be net ball. That's excellent defense. Just staying vertical. He has to be my new favourite player. It's been so good this season. Paddy, Joe. Back to Paddy. On the wing, guarded by Beal. Driving to the paint, kick it out. Royce O'Neal into the paint. And the scoop is no good. Royce hit the ground hard. It's a 5-on-4. Cam read the passing lane. Got the turnover. Royce O'Neal, man, you've got a fucking open drive. And he's pulled up for 3. Oh my god, I forgot to play the timer. What a dumbass. Oh. A foul. You're taking the piss. We have not scored a field goal in the last 3.5 minutes. And why is that, you reckon? Couple turnovers. We've had some open looks, so I can't slate us there. But turnovers and probably not attacking the basket enough, I would have to say. Beal switch. Watanabe, that is good defense. He forces another miss. Gill with the putback. But Watanabe has just stayed with Beal every time he ends up on him in a switch. The ball needs to move. Right now, there's not much off-ball action. It's just a lot of players employing the 5-out strategy. Cam into the paint. Missed the shot. Oh my god, Watanabe. How have you scored that? It felt like both his arms were pinned and he still managed to get the tip in. So 91-68. Beal into the paint. Forced to pass it off. Kispert. Nope, that's Avdia. But whatever. So the score is 91-70. The lead has extended significantly in this quarter. Patty Mills. Joe in the corner. Oh my goodness! He's wondering how was that a foul, and I also think he was surprised by the fact that he was able to get the shot up. So the lead is back up to 24. And now Hachimura in the post on Joe. Kick out to Barton. Bit scared to shoot because the legend Watanabe's on him. Royce O'Neal, great defense. Right in the face of Beal. And it is a 24-point cushion And we can hold for one with a 5-second difference between shot and game. Royce to Joe. Joe held up on the drive. Paddy off the glass is beautiful. He had Watanabe in the corner, and that would have left the Wizards defense in two minds. Went for the layup instead. Barton for three is off. And, I mean, what a quarter. What a quarter. That is exceptional. Let's see what the chat's saying. It's excellent. Excellent stuff. No Simmons, no Kyrie, no problem. It's just encouraging positive, quick basketball play. Team first basketball wins you games. That's what I've seen today. That's all I've seen. KD's got 28, but Royce O'Neal 13, Clax 10, Joe 8, Sumner 9. We go to the bench. Watanabe's got 5, but defensively has been present. Duke 6, Mills 5, Thomas 9. The spread of scoring today has been unbelievable, and all on over 50% from the field and 3. That's the reason. Simply put, that is the reason why we are winning this game. 26 assists. I mean, these numbers are making me so happy. And the Wizards, I mean, I don't remember Kuzma or Porzingis scoring in this quarter. I think it was all Beal who's really beefed up his scoring. But outside of that, their bench scoring has been non-existent, and they cannot shoot for their life. So, very lopsided this game. And look, I'm not complaining one bit. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. We'll be back here tomorrow, hopefully. And all of a sudden, I feel a little bit more excited to watch Nets basketball. Ball movement gets you good looks and higher percentages. And as I've said time and time again in this game, it's because KD is forced to pass the ball. Every time KD gets it, he is forced to blitz. Or the Wizards' defense blitzes. They double him, he's forced to pass it. The difference has been KD usually is prone to turning the ball over in that situation. But today, we've only had 3 turnovers overall, or something of the sort. So, that has allowed for a lot of ball movement and other players to get opportunity to score. And look, Cam Thomas has really facilitated the bench unit. Well, when he's on the floor, he's facilitating, and he's really managed that second unit quite well. So, look, I don't think we're going to see any more of KD today, and unsurprisingly, as I say that, he is on the court whilst we're up 26. Interesting. Cam, drive into the paint, extra feed. Clax took the extra second to take a dribble, his allocated dribble, and it had the Wizards defenders on their haunches, and he was able to score the little hook shot. So, Claxton with 12. Will Barton now, guarded by Mills. The screen set by Gill. And Claxton is now smothering Barton. Good defense. Durant on Kuzma. That is a tough shot, and he still scores. I mean, that is, like, impossible to defend. If he's going to score that, you cannot complain with the defensive intensity on that play by KD. Allowed him no room. Cam, the screen arrives. Oh, that was a really interesting pass by Cam. He's going to get it back now. And on the wing, surveying his options. He's got to shoot it. He missed it. Oh my God, somehow Claxton got a vital hand in there. And out of fortune, it landed in the lap of Watanabe. Oh my life. Claxton exploiting the mismatch. He had Barton on him under the basket, and he scores another dunk. Or converts another dunk. Scores 2 extra. Kuzma into the paint. Claxton. Oh! Forced the tie-up. Slashed the turnover. Watanabe in transition. It's lovely. And we've got another timeout. This is so good. Oh my word. Talk about a response. Claxton's help defense has been excellent today. And then Cam just making the sensible play. You know, in his rookie season, he probably would have tried to take that himself, but he just team first play, Yuta Watanabe with the score off the glass, and it is a 30-point lead. That is the score. 102-72. I'm in complete and utter shock right now. I don't actually know what I'm witnessing here. It's a complete annihilation. And a complete annihilation. Wow. Very difficult to believe. I have no words. Yeah. I actually have no idea what is going on right now. Am I in an alternate universe? 30-point lead! It's just so good to see them all getting involved, man. I'll just go to the box score very briefly. Like, that's their shooting splits right now, the Wizards. But, like, look at all the Nets scoring. Bench production, haven't seen anything like it. And starting lineup, haven't seen any distribution any better than this. You know, all season long. It has been a brilliant spread of contributions all over the floor. I think you've just got to give trust in these players to make game-winning plays. You know? It feels like sometimes KD gets the ball and he's like, I don't trust anyone else. And, you know, he just handles the rock for a full 24 seconds and doesn't involve anyone else in the play when there is 4 other players on the floor that are equally capable of getting a shot off. Like, if you just make a play to give them a wide open look, then they will do what they got to do. And today, we've seen proof of that. You know? Just make the game-winning play. And so right now, the lead is 30. I have no idea why KD is still in the game. Morris shoots... Oh, wow. You can tell it's not the Wizards' day when that bounce off the basket did not benefit the Wizards. And now, the Nets with another opportunity to beef the lead up further. Oh, Clax! Cam Thomas with the feed. It did not favour the alley-oop, but Claxton made it work anyway. And now, a 32-point lead. KD jumped on the pump fake. It's going to be a... It's an offensive foul on Kuzma. Potentially use the offhand as he tried to get past KD. That's the only explanation I have for that. And the lead is astronomical at the moment. No one's going to talk about our defense in this game, are they? Watanabe now. Spin. No. And it's going to be a turnover. Morris. Quick transition layup. No one's going to talk about this defense at all, are they? If we hold the Wizards to under 100, I'm going to... All the Nets haters are going to be silent. Cam, Claxton, beautiful dime by Thomas again, and we've got another timeout. I mean, Cam is just making the right play every single time. And as far as I'm concerned, if he does not get any game time when the Nets are at full health, I don't know what to say to you. Cam has been unbelievable. I just want to see his assist number. Claxton's very silently got 18 points now. If we look at Cam Thomas, he's got six dimes. which he probably isn't hitting that mark at all last season. Probably to get a triple-double? What are we talking about? Oh, yeah, in terms of KD, yeah. KD's 1 rebound away from a triple-dub. Cam needs more minutes. I kid you not, he had... I think the statistic was he had 15 minutes all season. In, 8 games? And today he's come in and played 23 and had 9.6 assists. I mean, I reckon he's gotten half the assists in this quarter. All of them to Clax on a simple pick and roll, alley-oop. It's just been such a good game to watch. This is a complete and utter blowout. And you're probably wondering, am I just making this up? Am I just trying to manifest or make a result like this manifest into reality? No, this is real. This is real life. I ain't bullshitting. So, it's great to see. And it's not just because the Wizards have been shit. They haven't had the ability to score and shot create. It's cause just they outright have sucked from the field. Or from 3. They've been woeful. So 106-74 is the scoreline. So 106-74. And quite honestly, with players coming back and given who we're missing, it's very, very tough to be like to a player after tonight's performance. Say to them, oh, yeah, no, we're not going to play you tomorrow because, you know, fallen out of the rotation, as crazy as that sounds. Like look at Watanabe's defense there. Just, he looked absolutely gone on the play and still was able to reach over and be a factor. You know what's going to be considered a blowout when, oh, beautiful cross-court pass by KD. Watanabe! Oh, yes! My guy is shooting lights out from the corners. I need a statistic on Watanabe's three-point shooting this year. He is definitely shooting above 50%. He has not missed today from 3. From the field, I think. Look, David Duke, I mean, he was on for like 5 minutes and scored 6 points. Like, to tell him, yeah, you're not playing tomorrow because we got Seth Curry coming back. Like, what a luxury. But sometimes I think it actually does us, you know, it makes us worse. Watanabe with the steal, and he went all the way. One-man offense. Utah, I love you. Oh my goodness. He's not even on a guaranteed contract and he's fucking playing like this. Sign the man up for 5 years. We're going to time out. Can you sign this guy for 5 years? I don't even care what anyone says. Sign him up. He's unbelievable. Wizards are a terrible team. If the Nets play like this, they can stay afloat. They've got good players, but did they take KD out? What is it? No, they haven't taken KD out yet, which is so dumb. Send him off. Stop chasing the triple-dub. Watanabe, I honestly think he is my favourite player on the Nets. Like, this guy is unbelievable. Sign him to a lifetime contract with the Nets. Seriously, he is unbelievably good. Man's just got a steal, read the play perfectly, and then proceeded to take it all the way against like the entirety of the Wizards team and scored by himself. I will seriously buy myself a Watanabe jersey. I don't even care. I'm a part of the fan club now. So KD's done. Understandably, Dayron sharps in, so this indicates the end. Here we go again. Oh, okay, no. That one hit back iron. If he hit that 3, I would have walked out of the room. I seriously would have walked out. Purely on the grounds that I'm simply gobsmacked. 2-point mid-range is off and Duke gets the rebound. This is going to be merely consolation, but I just want to see what the younger players have got. Duke passed it straight into traffic. And Gill to the corner. Kispert. And now it's gone to the point I don't even know some of these players. Dayron fell for the pump fake, and it's a score. And we're going to get another timeout. Are we for real here? Okay, so before it gets misleading, let's take a look at the turnover number. The turnover for the number for the Nets in meaningful minutes, right? That is the shooting, by the way. Look at those stats. 32 assists. Watanabe's got 12 and 5 rebounds. I want to see the extended stats for him. Cam Thomas, his plus-minus, plus 29. In a game where, you know, had something to prove, had played 15 minutes all season and comes out and scores 9 points, 6 dimes, 1 steal, plus 29. Watanabe, plus 14, 1 steal, 5 rebounds, 12 points. He's a mean man. You know, the offensive contribution has been excellent. Turnover number, let's have a look. It's at 6, and I'll argue it was at 5 because Duke just turned it over. But, man, this is, I just am in awe. I'm in awe. How on earth are we up 30 fucking 5 points? Duke, off the glass, easy drive. And I've just got nothing to say. I'm in absolute shock. Did anyone anticipate this? I wanted a response. Watanabe with the block! Oh my god. Duke all the way! And it's a blocking foul! And one opportunity. This is fucking ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, we're missing Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and TJ Warren. And we've already got 115 points. Up 39 with half a quarter to go. Make it 40 with the conversion of the N1 there. This is absolutely ridiculous. What bullshit is this that they are pulling? Oh, what was that? Watanabe has just woken up feeling extremely dangerous today. I will literally stick to my promise. Watanabe was so trash on the Raptors. No, that's where you be sleeping. You were sleeping on the Raps. The Raps as a team just bought into a system. And every single player on that team performed. Watanabe didn't get minutes because he was like the eighth best player on the team. You know, their bench unit had Boucher, Achua, who else? Otto Porter's playing there now. He wasn't there last year. I swear that there was probably 1 or 2 guys on top, but Watanabe knows how to play defense. He's been in a system that promotes that. Gibson makes both free throws at the line. I forgot that guy existed, but Watanabe has not been shit. Ever. Oh, well, he probably has been. And, you know, years ago, he was on the Long Island Nets, or the Brooklyn Nets Summer League roster, and I do remember there being discussion as to whether or not he was going to be the guy that, you know, whether or not he was going to be the guy that they picked up. Beautiful passing. Duke into the paint. Off the glass. He's off. Didn't get the right angle in transition. Kispert on the wing for three. Catch and shoot is off. Watanabe. Good fight on the glass. And he gets another rebound. Man, oh man. And this is going to be the longest 5 minutes if you're a Wizard supporter. I just want this to continue further and further. And Cam Thomas with another score and one. I mean, this is just ridiculous at this point. It just is continuing again and again and again. I am all here for it. And he converts the free throw. So Gibson. Look at Sumner with the active hands. Another turnover created. He missed the layup. But it's just the fact he created the turnover there. That's what you love to see. Kispert. No, yeah, that was Kispert. Draws the foul on the transition opportunity. It's going to be 2 shots. Oh, my life. It's just so good to see. I'm in awe. First free throw is good for Kispert, and we're into the final 5 minutes of this game. And I need to probably get chat up on my phone so I can see what's going on, because I highly doubt we're going to get any more stoppages. So final 5 minutes, the lead is 39. Dayron Sharp looking for an option. Hand off to Sumner, who gets into the paint and stumbled over, and it's going to be a foul or timeout, one or the other. Free throw is good by Sumner. Watanabe lacked confidence and was a turnover machine at the Raptors, and that's all it is. You just need confidence, and especially when you're up 41, the confidence is bound to be sky high. And if you're playing well in that 41-point win and you're on the court enjoying yourself, you know, then obviously the confidence is going to be there, you know. And I also just think he needs to be afforded opportunity. The Nets have given him more opportunity than I do think at the start of the season a lot of Nets fans didn't really anticipate. We just thought he'd be there as a little bit of a filler. Duke to Sharp, and now Thomas on the wing. He's got Duke. Nope. His back was turned. He shoots a step back 3. Oh my life! As the shot clock expires. Are you for real, Cam? KD is just confused as hell. So am I. We've still got 4 minutes to play, and we've already got 124. Spin move by Gill. He lost the ball. Nope, it's going to be a foul on Sharp. It's just unbelievable. Kyrie is the problem. I just think it really comes down to just not being self-oriented. If you just have players that are willing or that do their job, and you have players that are willing to pass the ball. KD's been forced into passing the ball a lot today. And I do think, from the opening tip, the Wizards established they were going to blitz KD every time he got the ball. And so KD, being responsible, usually would turn the ball over every time he gets blitzed. But the Wizards allowed him... Oh my god, Cam shooting another three. That's not on. You know, KD wasn't turning the ball over whenever he got blitzed. And it allowed us to find an extra man as we force another travel on the Wizards. Just forced us, or allowed us to find the open man. And the next step was these players knocking down their shots, which hasn't happened frequently enough this season. But tonight, I mean, we've scored 124. We're up 40. This is the complete game I was looking for. It has been complete and then some. You know? Cam Thomas, oh my god, Dayron, man. Had an alley-oop attempt and fucking missed it. I thought he was going to take a leap this year. That's probably the worst take of all time. Duke, all the way. Oh my life. Watanabe with the putback. Oh my life. And he gives the bench a look as if to say, yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me doing putback dunks. That's me performing like the best player on the team. He has just been... I don't even understand how this is going on. 126-86 the score. Cam, got 2 minutes to play. Foul, and it's going to be a couple looks at the free throw line. Are you a Nets fan? I think it's blatantly obvious I am. If the Nets were owned by the mob, Kyrie would be sleeping with the fishes. I mean... Man. Look, Kyrie is the last person I want to be thinking about right now. Do not talk to me about Kyrie Irving. We're up 42 without him playing, without Ben Simmons playing. I don't want to hear a word about Kyrie. Keep the energy with the players that are on the court right now and have performed in this game. Like... Gil Watanabe with the block! He's unbelievable! This guy is ridiculous! Oh my god. He is... This guy, I don't even know what he is. I'm in absolute shock. He's shooting 6 of 8 from the field. He's got 14 points and 7 rebounds. Good contest by Duke. Dayron towers over for the rebound. And it is a 42-point lead. Our biggest win in a long, long time. This is baffling to me. Sumner in the corner. Watanabe picked up his dribble, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. So 1:21 a play. KD needs to take the boys out and celebrate. Honestly, I would not be opposed to that at all, one bit. This is an exceptional performance. Exceptional. And I don't expect us to play to win by 42 every night. But I expect the same work rate on defense. I expect the same ball movement on defense. We turn the ball over again. It's a moving screen by Sharp. I expect the same ball movement, the same effort, the same hustle, the same everything, the same alertness. Just be present. And there were glimpses of that against Chicago. It didn't last the whole game again, which has been a common problem all season long. Kispert misses another 3. It's been a problem all season long. Watanabe secures the rebound. But honestly, just give me that on a night-by-night basis, and I will be 100% happy. Sumner lets the clock run down, and the clock will expire with the lead at 42, and that is what it will probably sit at. This is the... I don't think anyone even expected this. Given all the drama that's happened between our last game and this game, well, between our last win and this win, you would have thought we were down and out. Gone and buried. But we have come out and made an absolute statement. And that's not even with, like, 3 of our main rotation in. This is a team performance. All we need to do is hold teams to under 100 and we will win the championship. It's easier said than done, and the Wizards don't have the best offense. But, KD, I urge you, this is what happens when you pass the ball. And this is the power of KD if he gets blitzed. He needs to be able to look after the basketball on a regular basis. Let's have a look at the box score. I actually want to have a bit of a post-game here because the game's ended much earlier than usual. Look at the shooting, bro. Look at the shooting. 56% from the field and 50% from 3. 32 assists. 128 points. And look at the bench scoring. Have you ever seen the bench scoring like this season? 17 points to Cam in his first game proper this season, outside of junk time. 17 and 6. Duke with 11 in 13 minutes. Watanabe, 14 and 8. And honestly, he's my new favourite player. And I may very well have to get a Nets jersey of that guy. I'm not even kidding. He doesn't even have a guaranteed contract, and he played like that. Sign him up. KD, 28. And look, 11 dimes, you know? And if we look at how many turnovers he had amongst that, he had... First, he was a plus 35. He had 1 block, only the 2 turnovers. That was key. We had 7 turnovers overall in this game. And that is what we ask. You'll see also Claxton, 18. Royce O'Neal in the first half was excellent with 13. He also had 8 dimes as well. Sumner with 11. Joe with 8 points in the third quarter, you know? Just an all-round contribution. And that's only talking about offense. That's not even talking about defensively. Like, you look at this. 1 block, 3 blocks to Claxton, couple steals for Sumner, 2 blocks and a steal for Watanabe. He was a plus 21. Cam Thomas a plus 36, and he had a steal. I mean, everyone just got involved in this game. I cannot show enough praise for this win today. We needed a response, and we needed to get our season back on track. And without Kyrie and Ben and all of them, we have made an absolute statement. And this is how deep our roster is. And the problem is we don't utilize it enough. Constantly, the supporting cast gets absolutely slandered. For not being able to deliver on a regular basis. Well, part of the reason is because they can only get 5 shots up a game. Because Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving constantly have the ball in their hands. And I'm not complaining about that. But KD had 21 shots tonight. And you would have expected him to get a lot more, given he is the clear number 1 option. But, to his credit, when he got doubled, he fed the ball off. And we were able to work things out and find the open man. Now, the only problem is working that out in a zone defense. That was not applied by the Wizards, and I still need evidence that we can cope with a zone defense. The teams like Miami, enforce, and we always seem to turn the ball over. But this is a very good platform for our season to get back on track. And I'm not saying it's going to be back on track right now. But this game, I don't know how shot the confidence was in the dressing room and the organization. They obviously have belief. It's been criticized for, how the roster is constructed and whatnot. But this is a group of players that if they work hard and they play hard, then you're going to get this. The bench will deliver if you give them the opportunity that they need. And the fact that it all started with defense. The defense, you look at the ways in which these players got buckets. Watanabe, transition buckets. David Duke, transition buckets. Cam Thomas, getting to his spots. Watanabe also, 3-point shooting this year has been superb, especially from the corners. And the 2 3-pointers he got today were from the corners. So, it remains no surprise that if you allow players to utilize their strengths, then they will perform. It's that simple. And today, we saw exactly what happens if you do that. And if we look at the Wizards, I will just show you. Mind you, the Wizards, their starters didn't get enough minutes, and rightfully so, because the game was over and you got to be conservative. But look at their bench, number one, and look at their shooting splits. 37% from the field and 24% from three. Part of that is them being shit, but the other part is them being defended and hounded on every single shot. Porzingis started on fire. He made his first 4 shots. But the defense fought back well. We conceded 57 in the first half. And conceded 29 in the second half. Porzingis didn't make a shot. I think Kuzma had 4 made field goals in the first half. And what did he get? 1 field goal made in the second half. Bradley Beal was the only guy to really fuel the offense in the second half. And obviously, one player's not going to do it for you. So, there you have it. I'm telling you right now, if we can deliver that on a regular basis, we're going to be very tough to beat. But it's about the consistency, and these players aren't known for consistency. So, one last look at the box score, just for Nets fans' sake, just so you really take it all in, because I don't know how often this box score is going to be, a common theme. But boy, oh boy, was that lovely to watch. Any thoughts in the chat? Let us know what you think about the game. Any takes that you have. We've got the Charlotte game tomorrow, and I now feel very inclined to do a live watch along for that, given we've performed like this. So, yeah. So, I do want some opinions in chat. If you do have any, please let us know. And if not, I will head off. I'm not in much of a rush. Happy Cam got minutes. Yeah, I do think that is going to do wonders for his confidence. And he did say, he was very vocal on social media. He did say, I want minutes, #free CT. And he got his wish tonight. And obviously, with the rotation being severely diminished, it's understandable that he would get minutes. And if he didn't, well, then you probably have to sack Vaughn as well, because that would have just been an absolutely shambolic decision. But he has demonstrated his abilities today. And obviously, he's a sophomore. So it's, there's going to be games where he's a bit off. But you have to give players with his potential opportunity. He was one of the best scorers in his draft class. If not the best. When he got drafted, the Nets were told at least the media portrayed Cam as a big steal for the Nets. And under the mentorship of Kyrie and KD, these gifted scorers, he is bound to flourish. And today, well, we saw that. But the point of emphasis for Cam in the offseason, it was always going to be whether he could transform his game to be more pass first. And today he epitomised that through his play with the passing to Claxton on alley-oops and pick and rolls and stuff. So that was pretty good. Do you think the coaching change will improve the ball movement? Very tough to say. If we get Udoka, obviously his stress is on defense, but I do think offense will be positively affected, because if the defense lifts, as we've seen here, then the offense also lifts in correlation. So you're probably going to see a lot more fast break opportunities, and granted, you couldn't get much worse with Steve Nash and the plays he was drawing up, but there will be probably a little bit more innovation in that regard as well, and there'll be some more open looks for, Kevin Durant, and if he gets doubled, I think there will be a lot of discussion around, finding ways to get teammates freed up without turning the ball over and being able to work through zone defenses. I know Boston were pretty good with a zone defense, and given we fail to, cope with that, Udoka just knows zone defense like the back of his hand. So if he's able to convert his knowledge in being able to execute that defensively, if he can use that knowledge to then be able to exploit it on the offensive side, then, it'll probably do us wonders for our offense. Cam is a walking bucket, yeah. I mean, we've talked about Cam. It's no secret he's a walking bucket. I don't know why he hasn't got more minutes, and when the rotation was a little bit more healthy, I would have rather seen him over Patty Mills. But look, Cam got 30 minutes today. Patty got 16. I can see Patty get phased out and be more of an off-court presence and provide that leadership that's needed. So, it's a really good sign that, we had Sumner as our starting point guard and we're able to deliver like this. And I do think, it was just more responsible team-first basketball today. Any more thoughts? And then I will head off. Around the grounds, we'll have a look at that while you're loading up on questions, if you have any, or comments or takes. Indy are beating Miami at the moment. New York are beating Philly at the moment. Boston are beating Chicago. Memphis are destroying Charlotte, who are on the first night of a back-to-back. So they will also have the same fatigue levels that we may share tomorrow. The Spurs are beating the Clippers. The Dallas Mavericks are beating Toronto. And the Pels are beating the Warriors. Warriors are actually staying within the Pels more than I anticipated. Do I think the fact Ben Simmons just doesn't shoot will be an issue? Yes. Short answer, yes. And long answer, yes. Because Ben does the horseshoe turn every single time he gets into the paint because he's scared to shoot a layup. He's unstoppable if he has the right thought process, and he doesn't right now. And that's why I do think the coaching change, someone that hold players more accountable and tries to extract the best out of players, I think that's going to be so beneficial for Ben Simmons. Because Steve Nash, I honestly don't think he would have the heart to just say to Ben, look, Ben, you're stinking it up and you've got to lift and we need you to perform. Instead of just saying, oh, we know you've got the ability, just take it a game at a time and, small improvements are the best improvements. We don't, as I said before, we don't have time for that patience. We've got to, it's imperative that, we're able to, what's the word? We just need you to show your attack. I believe in you. I know what you can do. You've got to go out there and trust yourself and execute right here, right now. Did anyone not play? Nope. Everyone played and got substantial minutes. I mean, Morris and Sharp got the least minutes. And Morris's minutes were more meaningful than Sharp's. So, yeah, look. I do think Ben Simmons not shooting is a problem, obviously, for spacing. But if he has confidence, then I do think it'll open up. If we can play good defense like we did today, let's say Ben Simmons was playing today, I do think he would have had if he had confidence that he had the same confidence he had 2 years ago, and he was playing in this game, he would have been unstoppable. Because going downhill, he would be so difficult to contain. 6'10", just huge in terms of size. It's a steam train if you try get in the way. You're dying. You're dying. You're dead. Actually, I just realised what I can do. Before we leave, and if you have any opinions, just, let us know. But I'm going to open up this. Let's have a look at the Twitter thread from the game. And let's just see what people are saying. I've got to turn that down. Let's just have a look at what people were saying. Sign Utah. 100%. Couldn't say it any other way. What else we got? Hang on. Alright. Where is it? Here we go. Sign Utah. 100%. Unanimous decision. Do it. Better without Kyrie. Let him go to LA. Honestly, Kyrie has a place in the team if he is not letting the ball glue to his hands. Feed the ball around and the rest is history. Free Kyrie. I'm not talking about that. Yes, sir. What's this? Yep. That seems like a pretty valid representation of what happened today. Utah again. Yep, that's an iconic image in history. Yep. That meme is so recyclable. Is that the word? Wow. You just lost to the Kess Express. Man didn't play a minute. He's on G League assignment. Nets fans needed this. 100%. I could not echo that sentiment anymore. Felt so down in the dumps today. And it was great to see this performance. What a statement. We embarrassed them. Finally let Cam cook. Trade Simmons. Yep. And if you're in America, you are going to be sleeping very easily tonight. Can say that. Trade Kyrie immediately. Should have over the summer. He's pretty worthless now considering the salary, his disruption, and he really doesn't make you better. Yep. I mean, in that respect, yeah, his value is at an all-time low. Man, when y'all do this, I love y'all. Doesn't happen enough. Go on a massive win streak now. Yeah, alright. We'll see how we go. It starts tomorrow. Charlotte. It's Charlotte's time. Or time for us to destroy Charlotte like we did with the Wizards. Keep it going. Play with the same intensity tomorrow. The only red flag I have about tomorrow is the Hornets are getting flogged. And we did the flogging tonight. So, we could go into the game and possibly bring a level of intensity that is lesser than that of Charlotte, but that is part of our growth as a team. We need to make sure we don't fall into that trap. Seriously, did some dude just like literally? No, I'm not sure. Keep this energy, please. Yep, agreed. Look, I hate Twitter because it just says we're better without Kyrie. Explain to me why. You need to do more Nets watch parties. The other channels don't do this stuff. I do plenty. It just needs more publicity. That's the thing. Because I know there's channels like Nets Kingdom. Gotta say it right. Nets Kingdom is probably the main one. But I don't think there's anyone that does watch-alongs for the Nets games actively. So yeah. There will be one tomorrow. I've now confirmed it. I'm doing one tomorrow. Also, I just feel like it's necessary. Yeah. Oh my god, the voice crack was so bad. Yeah, that image is really suitable, and that's hence why it's got 27 likes. I used to pray for times like this. Agreed. A lot of this stuff. That's a good image. I may need to save that one in the camera roll. Announce your Dokar. I do think we need a little bit more stability though. It's probably ideal. 42 points. Levels, Cam Thomas MVP. That is another interesting photo. Yeah. Man, it's just amazing what some people have in their camera roll for moments like this. I do want to show you though, if you missed it, let's search up KD ankle breaker. Can I search it? Yeah, I can search it. That's sick. Here we go. Let's see if I can find the video. Here it is. It's on SportsCenter, so you may have already seen it. Let's get it full screen, actually. Here we go. Here it is. In all its glory. Look at that garbage. That's unbelievable. Crowd in absolute stitches. Like, so bad he's out of the frame. That's absolutely nasty. But like, man. I mean, that's just really how it was for us today. You know, everything just seemed to go right, and it was really encapsulated in that clip there. Oh, nah, as if it's told me to log in. Alright, you know what? That signals that this one is over. I'm going to be back here tomorrow for Nets Charlotte. Hopefully we deliver on at the same level. If you did enjoy this stream, make sure to drop a like. And if you're new, subscribe to the show. We're back here tomorrow. As I said, same time, same place, hopefully same result. So that's going to be it. Thank you for tuning in and showing your support and with all your chat messages and stuff and contributing to the conversation. But yeah, that'll do it. So thank you. I've lost my voice. Thank you. And yeah, we will see you this time tomorrow under 24 hours. So yeah, have a good one. Peace out, everyone.